Hi, I'm Christopher. Today we'll take a look at how to set up the Crystal ETL for Atlas. We will head over to GitHub and copy the clone URL, then Visual Studio Code. We can clone Git repository, paste in the URL, hit enter, find the file path where we'd like to save it. Once it clones, we can say open. We'll head back to GitHub and just follow the instructions here. We need to install SAP's SP28 for this to work, which means that this ETL needs to run on a Windows computer. We'll install our Python requirements just through the PowerShell terminal here. Next, we can create the database used. We'll just copy that script and run it on our database server. Next, we'll create a .env file. It's for the variables that will pass to the scripts. There's 3 sections in here. The first one, the database section, is required for all the ETLs. Then there's 3 other sections. The report SQL settings is what's importing and parsing the XML. The report data settings is not being used currently by Atlas, but it tries to get settings from your BOE server. The final one is used for getting the PDF output. You can see here I'm going into my server, the output. So there's a meaning to all these digits. We parse those in the get report files.py file and pass those into the database where the Atlas ETL will pick them up. So the scripts are easily run using Python. They do need to be run on a Windows server. Currently, only the last 2 are being used in the Atlas ETL. Here's an example of how it might look if you're running it in Atlas Hub. So we could do a SSH job onto a Windows server, change directories into the folder we would like to do. Line 2 makes a new folder called Crystal, or removes the old one. Line 3 creates it. Line 4, we go into it. Line 5, we set Git configuration. Line 6, we clone it from GitHub. Line 7, we create a virtual environment for Python. Line 8, we install the dependencies. Line 9, we set our variables that are needed. And line 10, line 11, we actually run the script. And then lines 12 and 13, we clear out and remove the file we created. So to run it here in Visual Studio, we would just run Python and then the name of the script, get_sql.py. So this will take information about your Crystal reports. It will attempt to get the SQL queries out of them, and it will get the output files and put those into that Crystal database. And from there, the Atlas main metadata ETL will pick them up and send them into Atlas.